Floor and ceiling functions. The floor and ceiling functions give us the nearest integer up or down. Example, what is the floor and ceiling of 2.31? The floor is 2 and the ceiling is 3. What if we want the floor or ceiling of a number that is already an integer? That's easy, no change. Example, what is the floor and ceiling of 5? The floor of 5 is 5, and the ceiling of 5 is 5. Here are some example floor and ceiling values for you. The symbols for floor and ceiling are like the square brackets, but with the top or bottom part missing. But I prefer to use the words floor of x and ceil of x. How do we give this a formal definition? Example, how do we define the floor of 2.31? Well, it has to be an integer, and it has to be less than, or maybe equal to, 2.31, right? 2 is less than 2.31, but 1 is also less, and so is 0, and -1, -2, and so on. Oh no! There are lots of integers less than 2.31. So which one do we choose? Choose the greatest one, which is 2 in this case. So we get the greatest integer that is less than, or equal to, 2.31 is 2, which leads to our definitions. Floor function, the greatest integer that is less than or equal to x. Ceiling function, the least integer that is greater than or equal to x. The floor function is this curious step function, like an infinite staircase. A solid dot means including, and an open dot means not including. Example, at x equals 2, we meet an open dot at y equals 1, so it does not include x equals 2, and a solid dot at y equals 2, which does include x equals 2. So the answer is y equals 2. And this is the ceiling function. The int function, short for integer, is like the floor function, but some calculators and computer programs show different results when given negative numbers. Some say int of -3.65 equals -4, the same as the floor function. Others say it is -3, the neighboring integer closest to 0, or just throw away the 0.65. So be careful with this function. With the floor function, we throw away the fractional part. That part is called the frac, or fractional part function. Frac of x equals x minus floor of x. It looks like a sawtooth. Example, what is frac of 3.65? Frac of 3.65 equals 3.65 minus floor of 3.65 equals 3.65 minus 3 equals 0.65. Example, what is frac of -3.65? Well, we get 0.35, right? But many calculators and computer programs use frac of x equals x minus int of x, and so their result depends on how they calculate int of x. So, just like the int function, please be careful using this function with negative values. You can visit us at mathsfun.com.